I'm Alex Molyneux. I'm CEO of Galena Mining Limited. I've had a 20-year career in mining, roughly 10 years as a mining investment banker and 10 years in public company CEO roles, including going through construction and running some fairly major companies. Galena Mining has really one flagship project that we're very focused on called the Abra Base Metals Project. It's a lead-silver project in the Gascoyne region of Western Australia, and it is about to go into construction. So our biggest shareholders are mainly Australian institutional investors. So we have more than 10 institutional investors that own the top, 50% of the company or so. The board and management also has around 30% of the company. And one of our investors is a very famous Australian billionaire who came in via a placing at 40 cents a share at the April, I think, this year. Yeah. Current cash position is around 38 million Australian dollars. We've had a very, very busy year. We, firstly, in January of 2019, we announced a joint venture investment deal with Toho Zinc of Japan. Toho Zinc is a smelting company, so they're a customer for our lead. They smelt lead and zinc. And they also, by the way, own and operate a mining business in Australia called Central Broken Hill Resources. So they're also an experienced miner. Now, Toho Zinc has signed a deal with us to invest $90 million for a 40% stake in our Abra project. They've already paid 30 million of that money, and once we close the project financing debt, they put in the remaining $60 million. So that's one big milestone. Then we took the investment from the Australian billionaire, as I said, $10 million. Then we put out a definitive feasibility study 2 weeks ago, which was outstanding. It's a study for a 16-year mine life, 1.2 million tonnes a year production. It has a net present value of 553 million Australian dollars, and it has an internal rate of return on, for the investment development of about 39%, which makes it probably, well, I think almost certainly, the highest returning base metal project going into construction in Australia in this sort of 12 to 18 month time frame. And the financial assumptions used to estimate those were just current spot prices for currency and lead price and silver price. So no higher than market prices are used to do that. So that's our milestones to date, and we're now moving forward into the sort of the construction phase of the project. Right now, when we look at our business, the main items ahead of us between now and when we're producing our lead silver concentrate and producing around 115 million Australian dollars a year cash flow is, number one, we're going to sign an offtake agreement for the offtake that's not Toho. So Toho have 40% of our offtake, and we are in the process of selling the remaining 60%. Now, by the way, we believe that we will get a premium for that offtake to benchmark terms. So that will hopefully happen very soon. We are currently going through the process of concluding project financing debt. So we have 7 banks competing to provide us the project financing loan, mixture of Australian banks. Because of our Japanese partner, we have 2 Japanese banks involved in the process and 1 or 2 European banks. So that process is, it's a fairly complex due diligence and structuring process, so that might take us another couple of months from now, or maybe October, November is achievable for that. Once all of that is done, we move into the full construction phase. So we will be in construction by the end of this year. The construction is 15 months, so the first production happens in 2021. And then there's a ramp-up phase. So 2021 we expect to make a profit and significant cash flow, but it's a ramp-up. And then in 2022 is our first year of full steady-state commercial production. So firstly, our company has been on the Australian market for less than 2 years. It's a very little known company. You know, we only have 800 shareholders. So it's actually a rare opportunity. It's still undervalued because of the progress we've made and the value of our project. We've eliminated most of the risks that companies in the sort of mining construction phase have. We're fully permitted. We have raised all of the equity we need to build the project. So, you know, there's no sort of risk of extra dilution and whatnot. So it's a great time to buy a stock that's going to go through the revaluation phase. As you get closer and closer to that cash flow production, you know, we expect the share price to go up significantly, and we you know, we really invite European investors to participate in this and do well. And even we need more investors from Australia as well, given how sort of unknown the story is. And we're just starting to promote it and talk about it more publicly now. Yeah.